I was never a dumb blonde. I was just very good at pretending to be one.
This is Paris Hilton, the pop culture icon, recording artist, DJ and businesswoman, often described as the original influencer. Here in New York, at a hotel steeped in Hilton family history, we discuss creating the character that made her a household name.
I realized at a very young age the power of a personal brand.
Owning it.
It's just incredible to be able to take my brand and my business to the next level.
And proving the critics wrong.
I didn't want to be known as the Hilton Hotel granddaughter. I wanted to be known as Paris.
CNBC Meets Paris Hilton. I'm Tania Bryer, and I've travelled to New York to meet Paris Hilton.
I love New York. I was born here, so I always feel like I'm coming home.
Paris grew up between here and Los Angeles, where she lives today, but it was her time here in New York as a teenager that marked the start of her public profile.
Moving to New York City, I was 15 years old. I was living here at the Waldorf Astoria, and my sister and I just started getting invited to every single event and fashion show, and it's just like this whole new world opened up to me. And then all of a sudden I was in page 6 every day, and all the different fashion magazines, tabloids and everything, and it was just like this whole new world. And then just kind of creating this character almost, and then getting the simple life, and then that's how the world got to know me.
What do you think was the biggest misconception about you at that time?
People assume just because of my last name that, she must be spoiled. Since as a teenager, I've been working very hard to build this brand, and all the product lines and everything I have, none of this was handed to me. This is something that I worked very hard to do all myself. But of course, I will always acknowledge that I'm very lucky and privileged to come from my background and to be able to be exposed to meeting all these different types of people in this world. I also know a lot of people who come from these type of families, and a lot of them, they don't do anything with their lives, and their parents just pay for everything. And that's something that I always saw, where I was like, I don't want to be like one of those people. And I really always also saw success as freedom.
Today, Paris reaches well over 65 million followers across her social channels. Yet, the OG influencer built her brand before social media even existed.
I realized at a very young age the power of personal branding. For so long, I always looked up to my grandfather, Baron, and we were extremely close, and he was my business mentor. And I was always fascinated about what he built with Hilton Hotels. And I also didn't want to be known as the Hilton Hotel granddaughter. I wanted to be known as Paris. Moving here opened up my eyes to this whole new world. And then I noticed just all these different brands and companies were reaching out to me to offer to pay me to wear their products, or kind of like what people do now today with influencing. But back then there wasn't really a word for it. I realized at a very young age the power of a personal brand.
In 2023, Goldman Sachs estimated the creator economy's value at $250 billion and projected it could reach $480 billion by 2027, almost doubling in size.
Do you take credit, Paris, for the success and scale of the creator economy now?
I feel really proud that I was always very ahead of my time. And it wasn't like I ever just planned like, oh, I want to be, the original influencer. It happened very authentically, where I was just living my life, and the tabloids and media loved following it, and there was no one really doing what I was doing. And now it's like a multi-billion-dollar industry. So I feel like really proud to have helped pioneer that and create the blueprint. I think it's incredible how people can really turn their personal brand into their own empire. And I love that I can inspire others to follow their dreams and do that and create something that is theirs.
In 2006, Paris raised eyebrows when she launched a music career.
I've loved music my whole life. I was singing and playing the piano and the violin since I was a little girl. It was always my dream to be a pop star. So Doing my first album was so exciting and was just amazing, and just another way to help build my brand.
Her first single, Stars Are Blind, surprised critics with its reggae-inspired sound.
Even though the gods are crazy, even though the stars are blind.
It was certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America for achieving 500,000 sales and downloads.
I'm really just so proud of that first album, especially Stars Are Blind. It's just such a timeless and iconic pop song, and I love that people still just love and enjoy it today.
In the 2010s, Paris pivoted away from pop and became a regular on the EDM scene. Reports at the time said she could command up to $1 million for a DJ set, and several outlets called her the highest paid female DJ in the world. Fast forward to 2021, Paris Hilton co-founded 1111 Media alongside industry veteran Bruce Gersh, bringing together all her creative and commercial endeavors.
I've been in this industry for so long, and I'm involved in so many different business verticals, and I have so many different product lines. So I really wanted to take all of my businesses and put it under one umbrella. Plus, I've been such a multi-hyphenate for so long, and a lot of these agencies weren't equipped for someone like me. So I really just wanted to build a team that had the most brilliant people for every different vertical of my business. It's kind of like my dream machine. So it's just incredible just to be able to take my brand and my business to the next level. It's like almost 30 people on the team now. And we do everything from producing television shows, podcasts, films, building IP and product lines and music, the metaverse, real estate, and then also getting to partner with different brands and bring them into pop culture. The possibilities are endless, and every day there's something new and exciting happening.
Inspired by Disney, 1111 Media is built on a flywheel model comprising 3 segments: content such as Netflix series Cooking with Paris, community or fan engagement, and commerce, meaning product lines like this cookware range.
With today's age especially, you need all of those for a company. Having the content, the community with it as well, and then commerce to go with it. So it's just our business model for the media company. It's amazing that we're able to do those on such a large scale globally.
Paris's licensed consumer products have generated $4 billion in retail sales. More than half of that figure has come from her perfume business alone. Since 2004, she's released more than 30 fragrances.
I've seen so many others try, and maybe they have 1 or 2, and then it just doesn't happen anymore. But I think with me, everything is created by me. This is products that I actually love and I want to wear. I see some other people where they don't even wear their real products. The consumer knows when it's not really authentic and it's not you.
Paris is a 4th-generation member of one of the world's best-known business dynasties. Her great-grandfather, Conrad Hilton, founded Hilton Hotels, and her grandfather, Baron Hilton, led the expanded corporation for decades as Paris was growing up. In 1949, Conrad took over management of this hotel, the Waldorf Astoria, New York. He famously described it as the greatest of them all. The Hilton family hasn't owned a stake in the hotel chain since 2007, but the Waldorf Astoria still holds a place in Paris's heart, and this portrait of Conrad is displayed at the hotel's Lexington Avenue entrance.
When you see the photograph of your great-grandfather Conrad, why do you think he loved the hotel so much?
This was something that was a dream of his, to acquire this hotel one day, and that dream came true for him. He was just so brilliant, really changing the hotel industry in so many ways and innovating in so many ways. And this hotel is just so historic, and so many incredible things have happened here.
Conrad and his son Baron, your grandfather, built a worldwide hotel empire. Do you ever feel the pressure to live up to any of those achievements?
I feel so proud that I've created my own lane and my own brand. They've always inspired me in so many ways. Definitely growing up as a teenager, that was a lot of pressure. But now I feel that I've accomplished that now, so it feels really gratifying.
Inside, Paris showed me an area of the hotel that holds special memories from her childhood.
I remember being a little girl and my sister and I were running around the Waldorf, and when they would have big events here, we'd come up here and just be like looking over the balcony and like spying on everyone, seeing what was happening. There was always just so many exciting events happening here. You never knew who you were gonna run into in the elevator. It was always like different presidents and just people from all over the world.
You've talked about opening your own hotels. What would that look like?
It's always been a dream of mine to follow in my family's footsteps and create my own hotels. And I can't wait for that day. I've traveled all around the world. I've been at the most incredible hotels. So really just taking all of my favorite parts and creating these spaces that are iconic and innovative and a lot of tech involved. Like I have so many different ideas. I've been making mood boards and just brainstorming, and yeah, I can't wait to get started on that.
Paris grew up in the spotlight, sharing aspects of her life across tabloids, social media and TV. So it's no surprise a reality series co-produced by 1111 Media followed her and husband Carter as they planned their wedding.
Will you marry me, Paris?
Yes.
And started a family.
My life is finally complete. I'm so obsessed.
How has marriage and motherhood changed you?
It's changed me in so many ways and really just made me realize what's most important in life. I'm so lucky that I found my husband. I feel like timing is really everything. We met at the perfect time in my life, and my babies are my world. Just make me feel like the luckiest woman in the world every day. I just want to soak in every moment because it goes so fast. But we're having the best time and I love them.
Before my time with Paris came to an end, I got to meet another loved one.
This is iconic Princess Hilton. Oh, she's my new little baby. She's a Japanese long-haired teacup chihuahua.
What does she mean to you?
She's like my little BFF. She reminds me so much of Tinkerbell, who was my first dog, who I love so much. It's just so sweet and so fun and just follows me everywhere and loves my babies.
Hello. And do your babies adore her?
Yeah, both my babies love animals so much because they've grown up with them their whole lives.
Ever the entrepreneur, Paris has launched a range of pet products and an animated series inspired by her dogs.
Paris and Pups is on YouTube right now, and it's an amazing animated series about a girl named Paris Starr who lives in a hotel called the Fabulous Hotel. So it's actually inspired from living here as well. So it's really fun, and they just go on adventures together and spread sparkle wherever they go.
Thank you so much for introducing me to her.
Oh yes, my little baby.
AI is impacting the world significantly in all different industries. How are you using it for your business and brand?
I am such an undercover nerd, so I am obsessed with technology and just everything that's coming out, and I'm investing into so much tech that does AI. So I get to see a lot of this technology before the public even gets to see it. So my team and I are always playing around with everything, and we've actually been developing for years now, my AI with voice, with everything. I love also AI because I'm able to ideate and create on like a next level where it just makes it so much faster. There's obviously the good and the bad that comes with it, but I like to take the good parts. The possibilities are truly endless.
Do you feel now that you're given enough credit as a successful businesswoman?
Yes, definitely people are finally seeing that I was never a dumb blonde. I was just very good at pretending to be one. You know, for so long, people underestimated me and only saw me as the kind of character that I created. But for now, for people to see just what I've done and what I've created, it feels amazing because for so long, I just feel like people just misunderstood me and they didn't know that there was so much more to me.
Well, Paris, thank you so much for fitting me in today. There's so much you're busy with.
This was so much fun. I really enjoyed it.